The minute the announcement was made, I rushed back here. This news has created major repercussions in Singapore. One of the rules of the lockdown is that Malaysians are not allowed to travel abroad. The problem is, the government did not state what is to happen to the 300,000 Malaysians who commute to Singapore every day for work.
So I'm here at my local grocery store near my house.
It appears Malaysians don't seem to understand what the movement control order is for. They're still gathering in groups at police stations and supermarkets, and it's been really disappointing. It's pretty dead out here. There are a few cars, maybe some curious folk looking to see if anyone's out here, but I really shouldn't be doing that. I shouldn't be doing that either, but this is for academic reasons, people. So let's head on out and see how the marina is.
Malaysians who couldn't find housing in time ended up sleeping at the MRT stations.
I am Badru Abdulhamid, a foreign student in Malaysia, University of Malaya. This 14 days of restriction of movement, because I stayed in the school campus and everywhere is so dry, which this is my college, College 12. You can see inside College 12, there are some students who are reading, at the same time there are some students who are busy sleeping. Well, because some of them are complaining that when they study for a few minutes, 5-10 minutes, they feel sleep is even bored. And also, that's the cafeteria students used to go and eat on a daily basis. That cafeteria is always crowded. Now, because of this restriction of movement, the cafeteria is scanty. And it's not even that it's scanty. People that stays in the hostel should come out to eat. But instead of coming out to eat, they rather order for food online. That's another thing that's happening during this restriction period. And what does that order food online? They go to the kitchen to cook. But that's why the cafeteria is very, very scanty. Even when there is no restriction of movement, but people don't cook. They go to the cafeteria to eat. But during restriction of movement, which the people selling foods still can't sell the food, the students don't come out to eat. But instead, they order for foods.
model for what the rest of the world should be doing. Instead of blaming each other for what's happening, they should all start working together to help each other.
Right before the COVID-19 scare took off, the biggest thing in the news at that time was the change in federal government, which was polarizing the people so much that I thought there is never going to be a day when all Malaysians are on the same page, ever. And then the pandemic hit, and it was a wake-up call. Suddenly Malaysians had this one thing that we could all rally behind together. And this is being reflected in the news every day now, with reports of hope and compassion and people helping one another. And I think this is because everyone understands that this is a human crisis and that it is testing our principles, our values, and our shared humanity. But above all, I think it's because people understand that the only thing that's going to get us through this is solidarity.
The economy may go down, jobs may be lost, but Malaysians are not going to give up on each other. I think we're going to make it.
Even despite the restriction, we live together happily. The virus wants to break us apart, but we are not going to give it a chance. As they say, one love keep us together. So stay safe and stay in.